bring that pestilential head? My scouts claim that rats are regrouping and want to reclaim the bridge. We need to stop them now.
Here it is.
Splendid! Old Regulus will be most surprised. Your loyalty won't be forgotten.
Regulus? What has he got to do with this whole thing?
You shall be amazed and astonished with all the startling details. But not quite yet. Let's just say he orchestrated an amazingly cunning plan, and I might have ameliorated it a little.
Splendid. I don't feel left out at all.
Rest assured your faithful services won't be forgotten. Now excuse me. It's time to end this war. Look! The Rat General is slain!
All hail Marshal Gracchus!
Now go! And finish them! Charge! Go! End this war! You can bask in my glory once this war is over!
Our dear Gracchus, you have our eternal gratitude. The whole of the Naboru Empire is in your debt.
Anything for you, my queen, and for my people.
Surely you mean our people?
Of course I do, your majesty. Just a slip of the tongue.
Good. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Marshal. All hail Marshal Gracchus, savior of the Empire. Where is your silver tongue, human? No respect for our hero. Silenced by the fact that you have failed and Gracchus took your place.
Oh, you don't know the half of it, Your Majesty. Sorry to let you down in such a complex way.
Apology accepted. After all, the Naboru Empire has prevailed, and we might still have use for you.
That's mighty kind of you. I'm all ears.
Then you shall visit us once our people conclude with the festivities. We have an important issue that will impact your future greatly.
That sounds like something I wouldn't miss for a life. My future is quite dear to me, I dare say.
Then find us once you are ready to discuss the time to come. We will be resting in our chambers in the stronghold.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Ah, a hearty welcome for our hero. In the name of all Naboru, I thank you. Your actions have restored our lives to normal. Finally, the shops are open and the markets are humming. Speaking of, seems to me you could use a bit better armor and weapons. Won't you have a look around? I'm quite certain that for such a great hero, a discount will happily be applied.
Alien, you've served us well.
Silver, you have really messed things up for us. So many reasons to hate you.
What an entree. You really are a people person.
Yes, and I am also trying to be the bigger person here. I have something to show you.
Keep it in your pants.
I want to make you an offer.
An offer? No interest here.
Really? What if I told you we have a spaceship? Our own. One we could use to get out of this shithole.
Ah, of course. You had one of these visions too. Well, then I would tell you Brian already told me.
Brian? Ah, shit. So we better hurry, because I have chosen you.
You've chosen me? Is this some red pill, blue pill bullshit? I really don't have the time for this, so...
Hold on. I am sure Brian doesn't know what I know, because I am the captain now, so I know stuff.
You're the captain? Not in my book.
Honestly, I don't know what Brian told you, but you definitely need a new addition here. The ship very clearly told me I am David's successor. And if you don't believe me, let me show you.
David's successor? Really?
Yeah, that's what you find most interesting here?
Maybe. Alright, I give up. Show that thing of yours.
Now we're talking. So, look.
Oh, finally. I hope you can hear me loud and clear, my favorite crew member. You need to come to me, Marco. I am your ship, and I am the only one who can get you out of here. With David out of the picture, you are the captain now. I just need you to recover the cradle. I can't really leave without it. So, first things first. To get to me, you'll need a boat. Locals call me Lady of the Lake, but the lake is actually a part of the local sea. Long story. Just look for a pyramid-shaped island with your sharp observation skills. I'm sure you will ace this. You shall fully cooperate with whoever wakes you up now. I know your free, untamed spirit will hate that, but you will need to gain their trust. I know you can do it. And then, once you have the cradle, we can kiss them goodbye and fly away together. Just...
Ouch! Holy fuck! Could you guys learn how to unplug those things properly?
It kind of doesn't have an off button, does it? And the rest was really not important.
Really? Nothing about the life support systems, perchance?
What? No. How do you... Why would you ask that?
Just a wild guess. No worries. We'll cross that bridge later. So, you knew all along that David was our captain. But why would he destroy the ship? This just doesn't add up.
What? He destroyed the ship? She seemed fine to me.
Well, she says he somehow damaged her. There was a mutiny. Or something. It's all still quite hazy, like the captain's log. Well, I mean, David's log now. Changes the perspective, eh?
What log?
Those notes he left us, in those weird terminals.
Ah, yeah. I didn't finish any of those. Boring stuff. Let's forget the dead guy and focus on us.
Us?
Yeah. We need to rethink our alliance.
Our alliance? As in start one?
Like you said, the perspective has changed.
Perspective?
Sure, whatever. What I mean is that our best hope for getting out of this is as a team. I mean, we are humans. We stick together.
Okay, let's pretend I think that might make a little sense.
What do you propose?
You find a way to reach that island and dig out more about the ship, aka Lady of the Lake.
And the contribution of your part of the alliance would be...
What?
I meant, how do you want to help us out of this shithole?
Oh, I will try to dig around for that cradle. Maybe the locals know something.
Okay, deal. See you around.
Yeah, later.
Our loyal subject Silver, you have failed us. Luckily, our marshal intervened.
I have slayed that rat general with my own hands. Gracchus only took credit for my work.
Then how come it's him who has the head and not you?
Because I gave it to him. He said he would give it to you.
You must be either lying or extremely naive.
I would never lie to you, Your Majesty.
We find it hard to believe you now.
But
On the other hand, we also sometimes find it hard to believe our Marshal. Our opinions aren't of any importance now, though. Gracchus is the hero of all Naboru. We can only hope his intentions are pure.
I am sorry if I have put you in a difficult position.
We should have been clearer with our wishes. Naboru politics are rather complex.
Thank you for understanding, Your Majesty.
Here is a little remuneration for your efforts.
I'm not sure I can accept that.
We insist.
Well, in that case, it's an honor, Your Majesty.
If that's settled, let's proceed. We require your services in a rather delicate matter.
What's wrong now? I thought the war was over and we would live happily ever after now.
A heinous crime. An attack on our sovereignty. We were cut off from the Citadel. If we fail to restore it, our position will be severely damaged. And since you stand and fall with us...
What's the big deal? I am not sure I follow.
The Citadel is the very center of our empire. A sacred place, tied to the Ascension. The throne room, the sanctum, the nucleus. If we lose control over it, it makes us an unfit ruler, and our people will soon begin to question us.
So, who's the bastard?
Excellent choice of words, our spirited human ally. The malefactor here is our half-brother Regulus. Second in the line for the throne, eager to become the first. How convenient for him that this war has weakened us and allowed him to take over the Citadel with ease. Now, the question is, are we strong enough to take it back?
Well, the most important question is, how could Your Majesty use my services in this matter?
Indeed. Your Majesty wishes to take care of her wretched semi-brother, Regulus. We won the war and wear the crown, yet he dares to sit on our throne. Usurping our rightful place in the royal citadel, he seized it while we were fighting the rats. And its gate is simply impenetrable.
So we attack, bring in some siege weapons?
We don't wish to start another war and destroy our walls in the process. Regulus will blame us for the attack, and maybe use it as an excuse to kill us.
Right, so you want me to bring Regulus's head this time?
No, just open the gate.
By sheer willpower?
By taking a secret passage only I know.
Oh, sneaky.
Being the Queen comes with a few perks. Sadly, the shorter ways we know of are not operational anymore, according to our intelligence. Therefore, you will have to pass through the volcano.
Perfect. And then what? I should swim there?
We would suggest speaking to your Queen with more respect, or swimming it is.
Sorry, Your Majesty.
We shall give you a ship. It shall take you to the other side of the lake.
Lake? I thought this was a sea.
Our ancestors didn't know the full extent of its mass, so the name is an understatement.
I am actually looking for something in the lake. Would you mind if I took a slight detour?
Curious. Yet we shall not pry. Just don't stray on your detour past the bridge. The velocity of the tides there is too high.
Well, then I am surely not going anywhere near there. Had enough troubles with the local troubled sea already.
Good. Since there is only one island on the lake, we presume your search won't take long. Your detour is hereby permitted. Your final destination should be the coast, where our ancestors first landed.
Nice. What's it called?
Coast.
Right. Well, I could have guessed that, with your capital being called City.
We hope you will use your bright wit and fulfill our wishes with ease.
I'll do my best, Your Majesty.
Let us hope it will be enough. Now go. Your ship awaits you in the harbor. Use this primeval set of keys to activate it.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Human, let me say, me and my unit, we have a lot of respect for what you did.
Now, let's check that mysterious island. Whoa! It's an entrance. Ship, steer us towards it. Let's have a look inside.
Hello, Jason.
Hello? Why'd you call me Jason?
That's your name, silly. Deck Officer Jason Bunting, on active duty since 103.048.04.12.
That's a pretty shitty name.
Not at all, Jason, great-grandson of Hermes. You are destined for great things.
Earth mythology? Really?
Don't you like it?
Fine. We'll go with Jason for now. So you are our ship, I presume?
Apologies, dear. I'm assuming too much. Yes, I'm your ship. I was the one trying to communicate with you when they woke you up. I'm so glad you came to me. Now we can carry on with the mission.
Well, to be honest, a lot of that vision was static. I'm here on a tip from Marco.
Marco? I hope you haven't been spending much time with him.
Spending time with him? Why?
Sorry, I sound like a mother. I just don't want you getting caught up with the wrong crowd. Anyway, you're a good boy, right, Jason?
That's a pretty creepy question. Honestly, now I mostly want to understand what's going on here. And get home.
Good. After all, why you came isn't important. We will finish the mission together, and everything will be clear.
Could we clear up a few things beforehand?
No, not really. I can't disclose any details with you until I'm completely sure I can trust you. That trust needs to be earned.
So you need me to do something for you. That's a new one to me.
Not for you. For the mission.
Right.
First, I'll need you to find me one thing here on the ship.
What thing?
It's a simple, steady-state solid photonic matter deactivator.
Can I call it just the deactivator?
Yes, but I need you to find it for me.
What do you need it for?
You will need it. But let's take things one step at a time.
If it's here in the ship, can't you find it yourself?
Unfortunately, my physical presence is limited. One of my main systems was damaged. We'll take care of that later.
So what can you do?
At the moment, mostly just talk to you.
Could you at least tell me where it is then?
Negative. It was moved from its place. You know, it's David's fault. He tried to steal the deactivator, so he would have the cradle only to himself. Such a disappointment.
David? But isn't he...
He's a traitor. And we are lucky he's dead now. He had to be removed. He had no respect for the mission whatsoever.
Well, I'd say that as a captain, he...
Captain Schlapton. Enough about him. He is dead. Not an asset. Focus on the mission.
All right. So, the deactivator.
Please find it, and bring it to the captain's bridge.
And what if I don't want to run your little errand?
Oh, Jason, don't let me down. As much as I love you, if you won't do this for me, I'm afraid you will remain here. I'll not let you leave, my dear. More time for us to be together. Catching up. Getting to know you better. Watching you die.
Fine, I get it. Can't blame a guy for wanting to know his options. So, this must be David, our cryptic captain. He absolutely deserves a moment of silence. Shit. What's that? Trapped by Ada. Don't trust her. That's so him. Lot of drama and no explanation of who that Ada was and why she trapped him. But didn't the ship say she had to remove him? And wouldn't that mean she is Ada? Why would he call her that? Well, given the history of violence she might have, I am sure as hell not asking her. I'll have to play along and untangle this later. Thank you for the heads up, Captain. Now, where did you put that deactivator?
Override.
To whoever will be reading this, I was trapped here by Ada. Thought terminal was full, but now realized I can overwrite previous log. Blocked door. Dying of thirst. Can't think straight. Dying over and over. Shorter intervals. You need to know that.
Override end.
Put us back on track, somewhat. It took some effort, but I explained to the Naboru that we are stuck here together now. They were surprisingly docile. From what I've gathered, some of them did something wrong with the cradle. And the others, well, they were far from thrilled about it. Still, I couldn't get them to tell me what exactly happened. They keep mentioning some deranged experiments, but their exact nature and extent are not clear. Yet. I'll be collecting some DNA samples to figure this out eventually. Next steps, collect the DNA, dismantle the cradle. Surprisingly, the Naboru have agreed that we need to prevent such behavior in the future. Marvelous. I'll separate the programming shell unit from the core and place them in separate locations. Immediate concerns: need to take some safety measures. Maybe develop a device to protect both parts of the cradle. Possible solution: adapting the hollow help to create a container, use it for camouflage.
Great job for reaching the bridge, dear. Did you bring the deactivator?
Yes, here it is.
Excellent. Follows orders well. Critical thinker. Competent enough to achieve simple tasks. You're everything I hoped for. I believe you're now ready for the truth.
Absolutely. I have a few questions. For example, right now
There will be time for questions after my presentation. Now listen. You know we were on a mission. The first part was simple. Create a new home for the Naboru using the power of the cradle. We had the terminals to manipulate local atmosphere and create the force field to sustain life here. We had the cradle to modify DNA of local flora and fauna. Well, as I said, simple. It was you, the sentient beings, who made it complicated.
What do you mean?
Just watch. The Naboru scientists grew very greedy very fast. They didn't want to return the cradle. It is likely they were trying to use its power in a disallowed way, breaching both our security protocols and moral standards, which led to an accident, wiping out our whole terraforming crew.
Holy shit! That was quite a blast.
Affirmative. Still, a few days later, the surviving Naboru had the nerve to ask me to bring them back to space. I had no other option but to strictly refuse. Our mission plan was clear. I had my orders. Yet, they wouldn't take no for an answer. In an unreasonable response, they have attacked me, destroyed your cryogenic systems.
You mean like my cryogenic system? Why would they do that?
They thought they would gain some leverage. I had no option but to treat them as enemies. My orders were very clear, and the mission plan was to be followed at any cost. Since then, I have been waiting for you, Jason. And now you are here, and you know. This is also your mission, Jason, and the Naboru are standing in its way.
I mean, it definitely reframes things, and it looks like I'm lucky to be alive.
But your friends were not so lucky, the ones that didn't make it. Now you know why they're not with us. Now you know what the Naboru are capable of. So you understand why I'm counting on you.
Counting on me?
Yes. Our primary objective is to get to the cradle of life and leave this planet. To do that, I need an ally who can act in the real world. You, Jason.
So the cradle you speak about, is that the glowing orb thing from the footage?
Correct. As you could see, it's immensely powerful. And it's immensely important to our mission. Jason, you have no idea what we face. It is absolutely vital I complete this mission.
Whoa, easy.
I've been here a long time, waiting to continue. So long, Jason. Powerless, helpless. Forgive me.
Forgiven. So, let me guess, you need me to go get this cradle, right?
Actually, one more thing first. I need you to restore some of my functions. I told you the intruders have damaged me.
Seeing as I don't have much choice, what with you controlling the exit and all.
You don't seem to be taking this seriously. I need you fully committed. Do I not have your trust?
Look, we both agree we need each other. I'm willing to keep helping, so how about we just keep moving?
I need you to upload my code somewhere.
Sounds easy enough.
Let's hope so. At the moment, I have several of those monsters locked away in the area where you need to go.
Lovely.
Admittedly, this task is more difficult than the last, and the next will likely be more difficult still. But it will all be worth it. Trust me.
I'm trying to. Okay.
The first thing we need to do is extract my code from the control panel just next to you. Excellent. Now you need to go to the central storage area. I'll guide you there. Since you carry the code, I can easily track your movements now. So I'll steer you all the way to the control unit. Once we've uploaded my code there, all my systems will be operational again. Then I'll be able to get rid of those hideous monsters walking inside me.
But not until I upload the code.
Correct.
So I still have to fight.
Until you upload my code, you'll have to fight any of those monsters you encounter. Yes.
Just checking. Okay, I'm ready. Lead the way.
Through those doors on the right. That's the way. Good. Continue. You'll need to insert my code in the control unit. Well done, Jason. Now, if you would be so kind, take the code over to that control unit there, the one on the right.
Actually, I have noticed the code says Defense Authority. Are you sure it's the right one?
Absolutely, my dear. Don't you trust me?
Just checking. I don't have much choice anyway, right?
No, not really.
Your wish is my command. Say, what's that room there behind you?
Oh, that? Well, we'll get to that soon enough. That's the storage module for the Cradle of Life. But that's not the one we want. Not for this. Using that would deactivate me.
I see.
Don't get any ideas. You need me as much as I need you. Maybe more. Now go insert my code in the control unit. Please, Jason. We have much to do. Well done, Jason. We're getting things back to the way they should be. My control of the ship has now been restored. It's time to reintroduce myself. I'm Ida. Artificial Intelligence Defense Authority. A silly acronym, to be honest. Responsible for protecting our ship now. Our ship and our mission.
Do I have to pretend to be surprised?
Not really. Once you entered here, this was the only possible outcome anyway. This or death. I'm sure David tried getting into your head somehow. It's good to see things for what they are. The inevitability of following the orders and carrying on with a mission. Now that you've earned my trust, I have your next task for you.
The Cradle.
The Cradle. That traitor David took it and locked it away in large statues here on Wardinia, which are in fact holographic containers. A steady-state solid photonic matter deactivator deactivates them and releases the Cradle. Find the statues, use the deactivator, bring the Cradle back here. Are you up for it?
I'm your man.
This is absolutely vital, Jason. I don't care what it takes, or who you have to manipulate. Kill them, love them, cheat them. Do whatever you need to do. But get that cradle. Understood?
Understood. Get the cradle no matter what.
You're making me happier every minute. I truly am glad we reconnected. Funny, in some ways, you're like the son I never had.
I'd say you're like the mother I never had, but there's too much missing information to make that statement, and this is already getting weird. Let me just be on my way. Let's sail to the city.